All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Friday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, as Bitcoin is attempting right now to make a higher low. And we are coming to a make it or break it zone, honestly, right here, guys, with the Bitcoin price. As we are attempting to make a higher high locally here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. All right. We're looking to hit a little TP right here underneath the GP right here. Hopefully we don't get front run right here with the CDW right here. Oh, my goodness. Bitcoin price is coming up to a pretty important area of resistance, guys. This level right here, as you see on your chart, the yellow line right here that we're coming up to is a very important level. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. First of all, a major shout out to the sponsors of the channel. Shout out to ZOOMEX. Shout out to MEXC, the other exchange I currently trade on. MEXC right now, guys, link in the pinned comment. The best deal on fees you can possibly get, plus up to 1,500 different altcoins as the Bitcoin price is attempting to take these highs, man. Very, very, very interesting times. Also, guys, we got to give a huge shout out to BingX, another exchange I am trading on, and huge shout out to Apex. Apex is a funded trading program. If you are a good trader and you don't have capital, this is an excellent opportunity for you. We are officially partnered with Apex right now to trade futures to become a funded trader. So check it out. Link in the description. Also, guys, a major shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord. All right, we have been given the juicy trades. For example, the move down from this area. This high was a trade setup that we gave in the Casper Crew on Wednesday. And of course, the place we're bouncing from right now is a long setup that we gave in the Casper Crew. Also, got to give a major shout out to Boyan, one of the other instructors in the Casper Crew. For the past week, these are the trades that he has given in the Discord. My man is absolutely crushing it. Boyan _618 on X. Make sure to go follow him on X. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like the Bitcoin price is tapping into this yellow level and getting a bit of a rejection from it. All right, so let's keep our close eyes on this. Got to give a major shout out, first of all, to everybody in the chat. All right, so hang on. Before we do our shouts, let's look at the 5-minute time frame here. Let's take a quick look at what the Bitcoin price has done. She has taken the high, front run that liquidity by a little bit. And, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Crap. All right, let's see if I'm going to try and see if I can limit out a little bit right here. Because it looks like we have some top longers coming into. Dang it, Bitcoin, you stupid Bitcoin! You stupid, crazy Bitcoin, you! Okay? Front running to take profits. Alright? Sheesh, man. This is crazy. Alright? This is crazy. Alright, hang on. Let's see what we can do here. We're gonna try and limit out a little bit right here. Alright, as we're getting this, you know? Bitcoin, guys. Whew, man, I need to get out on the tractor, baby. I need to stop skipping leg day, baby. Chest and arms only, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Can we limit out a little bit here? Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right. Shout out to Seek Parabolic. Shout out to Lucian Petru, who says, hi, Jason. Ah. Dang it, Bitcoin. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Let's see what we can do. Can we? I just want to limit out a little bit of profits here. All right, huge shout out to Crypto Friend. Market Cipher B nailing it. Bullish on all time frames. Yeah, we're bullish. I still think we're bullish on high time frames. I think we can come higher. I just definitely want to take at least some profits out here. Shout out to Splashfire Films. You need to curl in the squat rack. That's true. I do. I need to go get some curls in the squat rack, baby. All right, shout out to CFX Trades in the chat. Shout out to Marcian Mista, who says, hi, Jason. Shout out to Mr. Sid Vicious. Says, good morning, Jason. Shout out to Madness, who says, hello. Hello to you. Whew. All right, we hit a TP. Now, whatever happens here, happens here. All right. Whatever happens here now happens here. All right. Let's see what happens now here. All right. Again, we are getting a bounce right from the setup from Wednesday, coming down into this zone just below the $67,000 zone. 67K, if you were watching the stream on Wednesday, was such a key area to hold. And so I have compounded my trade that I was in here last time, right? So I was in a long trade from the 1st of May, and I looked at it as a little scalp trade, made a quick $1,000. I did take a short, but then I added to that long trade, made another 2,600, made another 2,700. So I'm up 6K, just hit another 2,000. So we're up 8K so far on this trade, baby. And we got another 6K open. And the reason why I have added to my trade is because we are coming down to a very important zone of support on the chart. And to highlight how important this is, we need to go to a fresh Bitcoin chart. All right, we're going to go to a fresh chart. It smells fresh. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If we can get 1,000 likes in the first 30 minutes, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby. All right, let's head on over to a fresh Bitcoin chart. Do you guys smell that smell? The smell of a fresh chart just waiting for a fib to be pulled? The smell of a chart, a naked, fresh chart that has yet to have any lines, no blemishes, no fibs pulled. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, we take a look at the volume profile right here. We're going to pull it from this entire range. Bam! Look at what is happening here, guys. Do you see the enormity of what is happening right now? All right, this is crazier than the time Janet Yellen was running through the woods with a laundry basket on her head, with bearish divergences on her face, and a toned six-pack. Because we are coming down to none other than the point of control of the macro range, confluence with the golden pocket 786 zone. All right. This is a make it or break it level. Bitcoin came to the low of the range. We took the lows. We got a nice little fake out here with a pretty significant, in my opinion, hidden bullish divergence, right? We had a hidden bullish divergence here as the price is making higher lows. In an uptrend, we are seeing market Cipher B making lower lows. All right. Medically, this is known as the mirror mode uneven butt cheek pattern, the skinny right cheek and the thick left cheek. And after we got the mirror mode uneven butt cheek pattern, we started to pump back into the range, and we've come to the high of the range, right? We've come back up to the high of the range here. And now things are getting a little fishy, right? Things are getting scaly and fishy. Fish have scales, and scales go on fish. Things are fishy and scaly because as the price is coming up here, we rejected from a Fibonacci level. We got to move back down into the range. And really, if we're going to lose this high volume node of the range, we could see a fast move all the way back down toward like 60K or lower, right? So this is make it or break it zone, $67,000 high volume node. All right. Also, when we take a look at this, what else do we see? We see kind of here, I mean, it depends on how you want to draw this, right? People would draw it like this. Some people might want to draw just like this. We have ourselves a support resistance flip, right? Clearly $67,000 horizontal area of support. It was our resistance back here in April, our resistance back here in April. Then we had to struggle to break through. We've gotten the breakout. Now we're coming back down for the retest. All right. This is a very key zone. If Bitcoin can hold this level, then I still will remain bullish based on my higher term time frame analysis. The weekly time frame, printing a green dot, which will confirm in less than 3 days, 2 days and 9 hours, this dot will confirm. All right. If this dot confirms, I believe we are going to see massive pumpage ensue in June. If this dot does not confirm, then that's not a good sign for Bitcoin. All right. Based on our 4-day, I still think there's more room to the upside here, especially if we can hold $67,000. $67,000 is such a key level right now. All right. It is the level that we are currently getting our bounce from right over here. It is the long setup from the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I gave it. Also, Boyan gave the level as well. He gave 2 longs here. He gave this long on Wednesday. He gave this long this morning. Both trades still open, both trades in profit. Shout out to Boy and shout out to the Casper crew, JasonCasperTrading.com. We currently have a 50% discount to join the Discord. If you use the coupon code JCVIP, it's in the pinned comment in the YouTube chat. All right. Now, as you can see, the Bitcoin price is coming up to this local area of resistance. Now, this is very key. All right, this is very, very key. Why is this so key? Well, let's go down to a lower term time frame here, and let's take a look at what has happened. All right, so where actually did Bitcoin bounce from? We bounced from exactly the 786 Fibonacci. All right, we bounced from exactly the 786 Fibonacci. So the 786 fib, if we're gonna, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Let's pull our fib from the low that we were looking at here to the high. You can see that we have bounced exactly from our 786 Fibonacci. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Yes, from the 786 fib. I know it's kind of small, but we know it's the 786 fib. We also know that it's a major support resistance flip right here, and it's also the macro POC. So from this time that we have bounced from this key area of support, we are now forming a local range. Now I'm going to clean this up just a little bit because mostly the key level here is going to be the green line and the blue line, right? This is the key support. So what is happening here is we are forming a local range where right now our first major area of resistance is the highs of this range. Now, we also need to be aware of a few things. If we start to hold above this level, we could absolutely see more upside, but we need to be aware of certain areas of resistance. The first area of resistance that I'd say we really need to be aware of is going to be the 618 fib coming in right around this area, 68.9-ish, right? Because this is going to be a back test of these lows, right? We have very clear lows that we made here going all the way back to, I would say, Monday, right? We can see very clearly that these lows line up perfectly with the Fibonacci 618. If we start to reclaim this, then I'd say it's very likely that our higher low is in. Now, I can't know right now what is going to happen. All right, people ask me all the time, Jason, what's the price going to do? I say it depends. We can't know for sure what's going to happen, but all we can know for sure is we can know where we're looking for trades, right? We can know if we're looking for a trade, for example, right here. And then if we see confirmations, we can get into a trade, and we don't know how much the trade is going to give us. You have to take what the market can give you, right? Just the past few days trading, if you're in the Casper crew, we gave this short setup, we gave this long setup, and we gave a long setup from this zone as well. So in general here, we've had 4 trades to take. One of them would have been a loss. The others would have been wins. And we don't know exactly what the price is going to do. We just have to take what the market is going to give us. This is the most recent setup idea. And so far, we're taking what the market is going to give us. So for me right now, I want to see, are we going to really, if we reclaim this, then I will say I'm going to keep holding my trade for higher. If we reject from here, I will highly consider scaling out some more profits and maybe looking for some kind of a re-entry. But really, this $69,800 zone is going to be our very, very important level. But before we do that, we need to reclaim where we're at right now. Let's take a look at an order flow chart to determine what is happening. So this move to the upside, this pump to the upside that we've been getting right here is a weak move. All right, this is a weak move. Let's check it out. Decrease of open interest, right? Decrease of open interest here. We are seeing longs taking profits, and rightfully so. Your boy Jason Casper just flop and groped out of a long at the beginning of the stream. We're seeing shorts getting wrecked. We are not seeing new money come in here, right? Decrease of open interest. So there's really nothing here that shows us that this is a bullish move. And so far we could say this move to the upside thus far has been quite weak. All right, it's been quite weak. This last push to the upside has been quite weak. What would start to make it strong? Well, we could start to see new buying volume come in here to push us up and hold above this key resistance. and then we could see us reclaim the next major key resistance at 68.9. What would make this even more bearish? It would make it even more bearish if we start to, let's say, come up here and we start to range, and as we range here, we're seeing longs being absorbed, right? And then we can assume, whoa, the bigger players want to push the price down. So what would we be looking for up here? Well, we would need to be looking at our CBD and our open interest. So let's see if we can't, let's see if we actually can't pop that up just to show you guys what we would be looking for here. Bear with me 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's pop on over to our order flow chart, right? So essentially, y'all, what we would be looking at is this. You know, I'll be honest, as I'm looking at the half-hour time frame, this low actually looks pretty dang nice to me. We are seeing what looks to be shorts absorbed at the lows. So for me, the first sign of major being scared is going to happen if we come up into this zone right here where we have our clear support resistance flip, the Fibonacci golden pocket, right? And we see in this area, we're seeing longs come in because people are getting bullish. We want to see this green line come up, showing us that longs are coming in. And we want to see open interest increasing, showing us that new longs are opening up positions. If we see the price come up into this box, and then we start to do something like this, where the price is making lower highs, even though we're seeing CBD increase telling us, and open interest increase telling us longs are coming in, this is bearish absorption. We would expect something like this to happen, right? But so far, I do have to say, I actually kind of like the way this low looks here. It does look kind of nice. We see some bullish CBD right in this area, so maybe we can get a little bit more of a push to the upside, a push to the upside. Now, let's talk about levels to the downside in case of loss, right? Because here's the thing. Right now, we do have to acknowledge the fact that if we push down lower, we do have a little bit of support at both of these white boxes. So I will still be looking for long trades at these white boxes, but here's the thing that we need to keep in mind, guys. A loss of $67,000. Again, just zooming out onto the chart, a loss of $67,000 is going to be very bearish on the macro. All right, a loss of 67K will be very bearish on the macro. And all we need to do to see this is use one tool, right? All we need to do to see this is use one tool, right? This white line right here, major support. If we lose the major support, it's much more probable that we are going to come lower, right? This level is all we need right here. This white line on the chart is all we need, all right? As long as we hold above this white line, I'm going to stay bullish, man. I'm going to stay bullish, man, as long as we hold above that white line. All right, let's see who we got in the chat today. Shout out to Lazarus Hand. Shout out to Preparing for War. Can you explain how Apex works? Yeah, so basically, you pay them. They give you a funded account. You have to pass a test. If you pass a test, now you can basically, you can now share the profits that you are making with their capital. Shout out to he says they want everybody to feel defeated. He says they want everybody to feel defeated. They want everyone to think that the ETF for Ethereum was a nothing burger, which it is until it officially gets listed to be traded. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Martata360 who says it's not funny. Shout out to Cryptic Sniper. Shout out to Maxwell Jackson. He says, here waiting for Bitcoin to drop to 9K. Shout out to Mr. Pilono. He says, giveaway, bro. Well, if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we can do a giveaway. Are we going to get that? It seems like we don't even have 1,000 people in here, so probably not. All right, shout out to Aaron G in the gym. Just pop by to smash the like. Huge, major shout out to Aaron G in the gym, getting the lats nice and wide. Shout out to Kas Ava Man 007. May God bless all those who have faith in him Amen. Shout out to Always Leveraged. No, bro. We've done enough talk about these things, my man. For at least for this week. All right. Do fish have blowfins? Only whales have blowfins, my man. All right. Shout out to Seek Parabolic. He says, pump the likes. I'm sure a few of us lost money trading today trying to catch the bounce. Yeah, let's see if we can get that $1,000 giveaway going, all right? Shout out to Random Stuffs TV who says, 6 Juanita. And shout out to JR. He says, we need to dip into profits just like your chickens dip into the water on the homestead. Shout out to the top longers. You can't stop what's coming. Shout out to Yuval Oz who says, what's up, bro? What's up to you? What's up with you, my man? Does Aaron G work at a gym? No, he doesn't work at a gym. Well, actually, he might. I have no idea. But he definitely works out at a gym. All right? He definitely works out at a gym. Technically, I work at a gym because I got a home gym. So every time I work, I'm at the gym. Shout out to True North. Shout out to Mr. Call 20. Shout out to Sering Yeshi. Shout out to John Jordan. Shout out to Fettuccine Genie. And Crypto Brando, what's going on? And Funkin Smurf. Shout out to Crypto Man. Bitcoin will drop further to 52K, he thinks. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, Drake is short 500K. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Chris. Shouting out to the Casper crew. All right. Yeah, so right here, what's happening with Bitcoin? Very, very crucial. Very, very key. We are... So far, actually, this 15-minute 3 candles here looks like actually a pretty nice top. I'm not gonna lie. It does look like a pretty nice top right here. So let's go to our 12-minute. Curious to see. It definitely looks like a nice top on the 15-minute candle structure right now. But I'm going to hold this trade a little bit longer, guys. As I have been known to do lately, is hold these long trades longer than I should. But I can't help but being bullish as long as we're above 67K. So I'm just going to kind of play this by ear right here. We're at the top of a local range right now. Let's see what happens in the coming few hours. All right. A lot of people are already out for the weekend. Not a lot of people in chat. Yeah, that might be something to do with it. I think there might be another reason why there's not a lot of people in chat. Shout out to Krasmir, who says, blessed from the Czech Republic. Shout out to Take Profits. Shout out to Trend Wave Rider. Do I feel ETH will make a push? Let's take a quick look at ETH here. And while we take a look at ETH, I'm going to set some alerts here on Bitcoin. Let's take a quick look at ETH. Yeah, definitely the 15-minute candles are making a nice kind of top pattern. We can already see like a rounded top here on the 15-minute. We made a high, a lower high, a higher high, and then a lower high. And so far, it's been 45 minutes of price action here, where we made a high, a higher high, and then a lower high. 45 minutes, forming a nice kind of top right here, which does make me think we get a move down from where we're at. All right, let's take a quick look right now at Ethereum. All right. Ethereum. So here's what ETH has done. ETH has gotten a very intense liquidity grab of the lows of the range and has then gotten to move back to the top of the range. This happened yesterday. It's crazy. We saw ETH in one 4-hour candle. This is all about the ETF stuff. 11%. Now, just based on this alone, based on this chart alone, well, first of all, a few very interesting things. Shout out to Mr. Faiz in the Casper crew, but we have tested, just like Bitcoin, we have tested the point of control of the macro range to the dang dollar. All right. Mr. Faiz is the one who brought this to my attention. But also, we have done a liquidity grab of these lows. Now, if you've been watching the live stream, we've been watching ETH, and I've been saying I'm not interested in a long on ETH unless we at least take this low, because this is the liquidity. If we take the liquidity with some bullish divs, we can expect to move back into the range. All right. What we have done is we have taken the liquidity, And if we take a look at market Cipher B, we actually did see some pretty intense bullish divergences as we took that low. So from our low here to our low here, we got a very interesting looking uneven butt cheek pattern, right? We got our left cheek and then our skinny right cheek right here looking pretty dang uneven, okay? We're gonna go ahead and superimpose the cheeks onto the chart as we are known to do. And look at this, all right? Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, the resemblance is striking, is it not? So we are now back inside the range here. And here's the thing. I would say that ETH cannot make a lower low. If ETH makes a lower low, look at this. It's free fall zone. This wick right here, this buyback wick right here, this must hold. All right, this must hold. We must see this hold if we want ETH to go higher. If not, we could very easily see ETH come back much lower. Look at this. We have nothing here, no volume, nothing. We could come all the way back down to like the value area low of the range, or at least retesting these old highs. Right, retesting the old highs of this range at the golden pocket, or really coming down to the value area low at the 786. If ETH doesn't hold the low that we made yesterday, we could get a move down from where we're at right now, potentially 16%. Right, we're 12 to 16% move to the downside. This low must hold. All right, so what do we want to see for that to hold? Well, I would love to see the 4-hour print a trigger wave here below the 0 line. Because if the 4-hour does print a green dot right now, it will be giving us a hidden bullish divergence. From this last low to this low, we will then have the momentum waves getting lower, giving us a hidden bullish divergence. And so far, the money flow looks nice to me. So we need to hold, I would say, holding 3620 is very key for Ethereum. Very, very key. And if not, we could see a swift move back down to the lows of the macro range, or at least the value area high of the more local range. So let's see. I want to see ETH hold 3620. If we make a lower low, then we eventually, I say, are going to come back down to first test 3273 at the golden pocket, the 618, and the value area high of the previous range, or coming all the way back down to the POC of the previous range at 3000, confluence with the macro value area high. So these are going to be our three major important levels for ETH, right? 3,500, 3,275, and then 3,100. And honestly, it's really not a good look for ETH if we're going to even just lose the lows of the local range at 3,600, because right now we can look at this as a big, basically like a bullish deviation of this overall larger range, right? So unfortunately, we came up to the highs again and rejected, but I'd say as long as we are not going to lose this low again and we stay within this range, you know, it's all good. Shout out to Big Butts 28. All right, Big Butts 28. She just made yummy food. Man, wow. Big Butts 28 with the yummy food. She made like this bean thing with chicken. It looks great, Big Butts 28. She sent me pictures of it. I'm glad that you're in the kitchen cooking. All right. All right, let's see here. That's what I'm thinking about Ethereum. Shout out to El Thoro. Just joined a little TA for Bitcoin. We just talked about the TA for Bitcoin. We could take a look back at it. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish in the chat. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Oso. How do you catch the moves that don't actually make it to the level? Okay, so Oso, the trade I'm currently in is a trade that I added to. So, you know, I was very explicit on the day before yesterday's stream that if we come down to 67,000, I will be adding to my trade from lower. So this trade I have added to it. All right, I have originally taken that trade on. Hang on. I've originally taken that trade on the 1st of May. And then this is a short trade, so that doesn't count. First entered the trade on the 1st of May to take a small profit. Then I added a little bit to it. I took profits on the 17th of May. I took profits on the 20th of May. And then when we came back down to 67,000, I added a significant amount to the trade, and I've taken little profits out already from that. So the reason why it looks like I have a perfect entry is because this is a position that I've been adding to since May 1st, when we made that bottom way down yonder, which was way down here. All right, since May 1st, I originally got into a trade here, a little scalp trade. And then I added a little bit to it, and then I added a little bit more just when we came to 67K, because I know this is going to be a make it or break it zone. Now, I'm still in a trade over here on MEXC from 60,500. I've also added a little bit, I think, to this trade. No, I have not added to this trade, all right? This is the same trade over on MEXC. This trade here was basically a CDW setup from a few Fridays ago. All right. So I did not, this trade is not legit. You can even see that my entry is below the wick here. All right, my entry is below the wick right here. All right. I have not been trading much throughout May. I've taken 3 trades throughout the entirety of May. No, that's not true. I've taken 5 trades. I've taken 3 shorts and 2 longs. I actually don't remember. Yeah, I think I've taken 2 shorts and 2 longs. So I've taken 4 trades throughout the entirety of the month of May. All right, I have not been trading very much. Careful with the homemaker talk. Man, my wife is a proud homemaker. She's more misogynistic than me. She looks at other ladies out there. She's like, man, she needs to be at home in the kitchen. I'm like, Big Bus 28, come on. Don't you think that's a little sexist? You know, Big Bus 28 says things that make me feel like I'm a liberal. All right, sheesh, Big Bus 28. She's like, she needs to be home with her kids. All right, Big Bus 28. You know? All right, shout out to Caffeine Injected. All right, we can take a look at Pepe coin. Chicken and beans, we'll put it on you. That's right, chicken and beans straight to the biceps, man. Chicken and beans straight to the biceps, curling in the squat rack. All right, let's take a look at... let's take a look at Pepe coin real quick. What's the name of the music? This is Thieves Hype Volume 1. Free music to stream to. Free music to stream to. Alright, let's take a look at Pepe coin. Yeah, so based on our 4-hour, Pepe coin does look a little bit bearish here. We got some bear divs, momentum, and money flow as we came up to make that high yesterday. Pepe coin did not take the lows of our range. Let's go ahead and pull a fib here. So, you know what's difficult about Pepe coin is that we had a valid short setup yesterday when we made the high. The reason why is because we took the highs of the range with bearish divs. We came back down below, and we actually got a back test. So it was actually a pretty nice, if you come below, back test the level, and then dip. This would have been a nice short entry here. Could you say that we have a short now? I mean, you could say that, but I would want to see... It's tough right now. It's tough to say if we have a short right now on Pepe coin. The way I trade, I don't have a short setup on Pepe coin. The way I trade, I do not have a short setup on Pepe coin. All right. For me, I would be interested in longs on Pepe coin after taking out all these lows here. That would be a nice long for me. The only way I would short Pepe coin right now, to be honest with you, is if we did something like this. If we came down and took out these lows, and then start to get a retracement, then I would say, all right, we're changing market structure. Why don't we look to get into a short on the retest of the golden pocket like this? That's the only way I would want to get into a short on Pepe, right? At least have some bearish market structure here, and then short a trigger wave on the 1 hour after making the bearish div up here, right? The bear div up here definitely shows me that like a top is in, but I would want to now get in on some kind of retest here, which we don't even have a local retest here. So at the very least, I would want to wait for us to hit this from the high we made yesterday to our current low, a little bit higher, like just come out into this area at least before I would entertain a short on Pepe coin. That's just me though, you know. You got to do you. You know, I do me. You do you. All right. Do I trade only based on charts, or do I take the cycle into consideration? Well, for my spot portfolio, I definitely take the cycle into consideration. But when it comes to my actual trades, I don't take into consideration at all. Make sure to smash up the likes, baby. All right, shout out to Oso. When you look back on your previous 618 levels that have flipped, do you keep them on your charts as support or resistance? Usually, no. Only if they line up with another level on the chart. All right. Let's see. Spin B says, my wife loves not to work. Yeah, none of us work in the Casper house. All right. We have no jobs. We have no jobs, but that's kind of a joke that we don't work. We work extremely hard, but we don't have jobs. And let's pray that it stays that way forever. Yeah, my wife, her job is to homeschool the kids and to keep the household running. And my job is to provide the food and all the stuff that she needs to do her job. All right, let's see. Okay, who else did we want to? We want to look at Dogecoin. All right, guys, make sure to smash the likes. We'll look at Doge. We can look at Jasmy as well. Doge and Jasmy. Yeah. All right. All right, let's take a look at Doge. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's start on the weekly. I haven't looked at Doge in a while here. Okay, so I have to be honest, on the weekly, Doge looks pretty bullish here, in the sense that the money flow is getting pretty thick, and it looks like we're about to print a green dot on the weekly for Doge. Looks like we're about to print a green dot on the weekly for Doge. Money flow getting thick. Let's go to our daily time frame. Money flow getting closer, above that zero line here. We've had ourselves on Doge a introverted head and shoulders. So we are at the top of the range right here. All right, got our neckline. We got the introvert. All right, no friends in high school, too shy to talk to girls, very introverted. But after high school, when all the jocks have peaked and they're all fat beer belly guys working a job they hate, the introvert who worked hard in high school at McDonald's, putting all his money into Apple stock in 2009, is going to break out, and now all of a sudden the girls are going to pay attention. Let's see where the target is going to be here. If we do get a breakout, which honestly looks like we very well could. Wow. 23 cents. A 23 cent Dogecoin, man. That's going to be our target of this. That's honestly going to be coming back up to the highs of the range. It's going to be our target here. Let's go to the 4 hour. So we didn't really see any bullish divergences down here, but we did take the liquidity of this low. And from that point, we've changed market structure. We got to move up. And we got to bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket. That looks pretty nice. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, I'd say I would lean bullish here on Doge. Now, do I have a trade set up at the top of a local range? I don't really. The only way I would long Doge right now is a breakout and a retest. All right. So here's what I would say for Doge. Here's the only way I would get into a trade on Doge. We have a nice support resistance flip right around here. All right, coming in right around this area. And so let's look for a liquidity grab of these highs from here. Obviously, these highs from right here. We pop up. We got to move down. But then we hold what used to be resistance as support. So we would be looking for a move into this box right here. All right, this is speculative, but this is how we plan for trades, right? This is how we get into the good entries. Multiple people asking me, Jason, how do you get the good entries? We got to plan for it, right? We got to plan for what is likely to happen based on all the things considered on the chart. We got to move up to 18 cents. We get a rejection. We get a retest, which also at that point will be right around the Fibonacci golden pocket. So something like this is what I would look for to trade this head and shoulder plan. Breakout and retest, this gives us a really good risk to reward ratio of a 7-to-1 risk reward right there if this happens. All right, that's what I would look for right now on Dogecoin, on Dogecoin. Make sure to smash the likes, guys. We got 900 people in here. All right, Bitcoin pumping, baby. Bitcoin pumping. Yeah, entry is everything. Shout out to Jason. Entry is everything, right? Just because you're bullish doesn't mean you have a trade on your hands. Because look at this on Doge, right? Let's say that we do long right now. Essentially, if we long now, we have a similar entry to our plan, but our stop loss would kind of have to go under here. Which basically means we're risking, 9% to make 36%. Right? We're risking 9% to make 36%. If we wait for our trade idea to happen, then we're risking 4% to make 36%. Right? You get what I'm saying? All right, let's check out Bitcoin because she is coming up to some key levels here. All right, we got to watch the chart carefully. First of all, we have a 5-minute order block that we need to be aware of. Shout out to Mr. Faiz for the 5-minute order block, but this is going to be our first area of resistance on the chart right here. We got a 5-minute order block right in this zone. All right. So this is going to be our first resistance. Also, not only is it a 5-minute order block, but it is a Fibonacci 618. Okay. So again, 618 Fibonacci. We know the 618, our high school crush. She rejected us because we were in the friend zone when we asked her on a date. 618, will you go out after school with me to get some pizza? She said, Jason, I'm a vegan. I'm gluten-free. I don't eat pizza. All right? I don't care about breakouts because, look, I don't want to have acne. That's why I don't eat wheat. That's why I don't eat cheese. So you talk about all your Bitcoin breakouts. Nuh-uh, Jason. She gave me the hand, gave me the face. Rejection. All right? Rejection. And we are coming up now to ask her on a date again. We've gathered our courage. Yes, she rejected us in the past. But we've been hitting the gym. We've been curling in the squat rack. All right. And we're gonna see what she's gonna say. 6 Juanita, there's a gluten-free vegan pizza place down the road. They just opened. They're super trendy. They're super hip. Will you maybe? Maybe. We're gathering our courage right now. 6 Juanita, what do you say, girl? It's now or never. All right? It's now or never. 6 Juanita. Dark Shield. Shout out to Splashfire Films. I forgot about my Dark Shield. You know, how is our Dark Shield doing anyway? All right? How is our Dark Shield doing? All right, we got to look at Jasmy while Bitcoin's pumping like this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put a alert here that we're actually right now Bitcoin is currently coming into single prints. All right, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. We are coming right now into some single prints. All right, this actually looks quite bearish. We got a bearish div as we hit into this single print. All right, and let's go to the 6 minute. We got a little bear div on the 6. The 12 minute still looks pretty nice, honestly. 12 minute still looks all right. But this is a key area of resistance right here. This single print. If anybody doesn't know what single prints are, don't worry about it. But it just means it's an area of resistance. And so we might actually not even have the courage to ask out 620. We might not even have the courage to ask out 620 right now. Which means we need to take a look at Jasmy. All right, we might. Let's take a look at Jasmy. All right, let's remove all this stuff here. This was an idea I had for Jasmy. How much do I risk per trade? Usually about 1%. Usually about 1%. Man, this beat, it gets me every single time. Yeah. Sit back while we take a look at Jasmy. What she gonna do? Let me see. Right here on the chart. Technical analysis like a work of art. Check it out. Traded here in the triangle. Bitcoin price got the bears and the bull. Got the candles about to turn blue. Yo, Jasmy, hit me up. What you gonna do? Tried to ask out 618. I said, babe, let's go for some pizza. She said, yo, Jason, I'm gluten free and I don't eat cheese between you and me. I said, there's a brand new place, vegan pizza all over the place. She said, Jay, if we break out, we're gonna go high. Got the blue candles pumping straight into the sky. Got the Jasmy about to break out here. Sit back, relax, let me spit it in your ear, Are we going to break out of the resistance? Then Jasmy about to go the big distance. If we take a look at MCB, come down here, take a look and let me see. We got momentum waves coming up real high. Got the uneven butt cheeks right in my eye. Big on the left side, nice and juicy. Skinny on the right side to round out the booty. And I don't know if y'all could spot it, but we got some depends on in the golden pocket. Yo, he's so confident with his hands on the hip and his face like dent. Maximum absorbency won't get liquidated. Hopefully you stick around and you won't be waiting. Yeah, back to Jasmy. Got the price action here, let me see. Got a trade setup given before. Hopefully the price action won't walk through the front door. Yeah, got a Pikachu hat. Plunger on my face, yo, what about that? Here I am, riding my bike. This thing smells like poop, and that's what I like. Don't worry, only used it twice. Whoops. All right, the beat's over. All right, let's talk about Jasmy for real. All right, let's talk about Jasmy for real. All right, hang on. Okay, so Jasmy right now, we are in this larger triangle. The best possible buy opportunity I see for Jasmy is going to be this one here. All right, the best possible buy opportunity I see for Jasmy is going to be this one right here. Why? Well, because it allows us to take out all the liquidity and bounce from the golden pocket, which is also a major support resistance flip. All right, so this is more of a swing trade idea. Let's zoom into the lower time frames and see how she's looking. Yeesh, Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin, look at this massive decrease of OI, CDW, longs closed, shorts opened. Oh, oof. All right, back to Jasmy. All right, we're going to go to the 1 hour time frame here. All right, let's start in the 4 hour. We're going to remove all this stuff. All right, so really, here's what I see. We do have an introverted head and shoulders pattern here. All right, it's undeniable that we got an inverted H&S. All right, we got an IHS here. All right, it's a Jesuit pattern, IHS. Now, the breakout target is going to be a new high. All right. So let's go ahead and come up with a plan on how we would go about doing this here. All right. We're going to go ahead and pull some volume. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So we are at the POC. So for me, this has to be a no trade zone for me. It has to be. We're at the POC. This is like fair price of fair prices. What I would say is maybe we come up to value area high. Let's pull some fibs here. Yeah, okay. Hang on. It's tough, man. We're at the golden pocket. The only way I would really want to get into this is on a lower term time frame. If we then are able to... It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I hate longing resistances. Some of you guys are into it, right? Some of you guys might say, all right, look, we're breaking out of a head and shoulders. I'm just going to assume this is a strong move. We put our stop loss below the low, and we shoot for our high. That's fine if that's how you trade. This is not how I trade. All right. I need to wait for some kind of an entry, some kind of a retest. So I would love to see something like this. Maybe come up to value area high, and then drop back down to the POC, which is now our golden pocket, so that we can long the retest here. You guys see what I'm saying? If we do break out and hit this value area high and get a bit of a rejection, the local golden pocket is going to be right down here on the POC, which then gives us a really good setup, right? A good setup. But I'm not going to deny the fact that things look nice on Market Cipher B as we are forming a bullish pattern. But that doesn't give me a setup, right? What would I want to see on this too? I mean, I would want to see us do that and get like bullish divergences on these lower term time frames. But I'm overall bullish on Jasmy. For me, I'm not really planning to touch Jasmy unless this larger idea kind of plays out for me. I would love to take out these lows, get the fake out of the macro triangle, and then long it, right? Do you see why I wouldn't want to long right here, right now? I would want to wait for us to come up to value area high, which lines up very nicely with the triangle trend line. And then we have a nice support resistance slip to look for a long. So if we do break out from the triangle, we're doing it from a nice pullback before the breakout instead of just longing this resistance, which could, in theory, take us all the way back down to the low of the triangle. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I know everyone has a different trading style, but that's mine. All right, this is mine. This is my style. Shout out to Dano Crypto. Right when he pops in, I'm rapping. All right. Shout out to Sumit. Shout out to Follow Baba. Follow Baba with the raps again. Trembolone, strength and muscle through the pain. That's what's up, man. Spitting those bars. Is this Chat GPT or is this you again? I mean, is this you or Chat GPT, bro? Is this Chat GPT or is this you? Yo, cruising in my Dodge, I'm feeling like a boss. Pepe on my hoodie, never take a loss. Invest in Bitcoin, stacking up on the dough. Ethereum flowing, watch my crypto grow. Got Jasmy in the mix, high tech rise. Trembolone gains, watch me double in the size. Sipping raw cow milk, fresh from the source. Strong like a bull, power in force. Crypto in my wallet, future looking bright. Riding the blockchain, soaring to the heights. Digital hustle, cash in the cloud. Pepe, meme dreams making us proud. Flexing on the haters with my crypto. Stash Doge up to the moon, watch me make that dough. Ethereum Jasmy, tech in the game. Raw cow milk, building up my name. Trembolone, strength muscle through. Crypto millionaire, breaking up every chain. Oh, I lost the flow. Follow Baba, is this you or is this Chat GPT, bro? Is this you or Chat GPT? All right. Shout out to Follow Baba, always writing the fire raps in Chat GPT. How would I recommend that you understand the charts in depth is what I'm saying. Okay, there's two choices. You could just stay on my free YouTube channel, watch all my videos. All right, I have so much free content on here. You could watch my live streams. You could watch my free content. All right. Go to the YouTube channel. Jason Casper. All right, let's pop on the YouTube channel. You can come over to my playlists. All right. And I've got, what happened to all my playlists? Because I used to have like trading strategy playlists. What the heck? What's going on with this? Well, that's weird. You know what? That's weird. I need to fix this because I'm supposed to have playlists here. All right. Well, anyway, you can watch all my live streams. You can watch all my videos. I got tons of stuff on here. Okay. You can watch other crypto YouTubers. You will learn so much. Tom Crown, Crypto Lifer, Frankie Candles, Traders Reality, Bitcoin Census. Check out these channels. All right. You can learn so much for free on these channels. Or you could pay money to take a course, which will basically save you the time of watching through all these videos. But there's free courses out there. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of free resources out there. All right. That's step number one. Just watch content, right? Step number two, you can take a course. I have courses at jasoncaspertrading.com. You can join our community, which you will learn a lot. So in the Casper crew, 50% discount in the pinned comment, right? JCVIP, you can join the Casper crew where we give trade setups like this, like this is Boyan, one of our instructors. These are all the trades he gave this week in the Discord. It's not a signals group, it's an educational group, but we have an entire beginner's course in there. We have resources for beginners. We have instructors showing you, answering questions, explaining all this stuff. All right. But this is all stuff you can learn for free without paying. If you want to pay, the reason you pay is to save time, right? And you get it in order, step by step. Right, we've also got courses on the website if you want to learn. Intro to Crypto Trading Program. This is where I would start. All right, let's see. Bitcoin has changed market structure here. She has changed market structure right here. So let's see. Now what we want to do is we want to pull a fib from high to low because we've changed structure. And if we can't reclaim the 618, bad news, bulls. Good news for the bears. Bad news for the bulls, baby. Do I know other languages? I mean, not really. Not really. I know Hebrew, a little bit of Hebrew, mostly biblical Hebrew, to read the Bible in Hebrew, and some biblical Aramaic. I know a little bit of modern Hebrew. Enough to have a basic conversation. I know a little bit of Espanol, enough to have a basic conversation with my Cuban family. Nothing too much. I'm your typical American. You know what I'm saying? Where am I walking to? I'm walking to 100K trades. I'm walking straight to 100K, baby. Straight to 100K. All right, shout out to Yirmiyahu H. Shout out to Yirmiyahu H. Do I have kids? Yeah, I got mad kids. And I'm making more. I'm real good at making them, too. Shout out to FitGenius618. Yuval. Makore. Hakol Tov. Thoughts on in Advent US? All right, here we go. We're getting that little candle back. Let's check out how the order flow's looking. All right, let's check out how the order flow's looking. All right, so we had a massive decrease of OI on that move. All right. So again, the context here is we're at the top of a local range, right? We've got some bearish divs on Market Cipher B. We just did a liquidity grab into some single prints with some bearish div on the 6 minute, some bearish div on the 3 minute. All right. So it's very important here that we reclaim. You know, if we're looking at this as a very, very mini range, you know, it doesn't matter the time frame. This stuff works on all time frames, right? So yeah, right now we need to reclaim this. And if we do, we're coming up to 68.7 right in this golden pocket. If not, we're going to then make a continue down, right? And obviously, right now we're at the POC, baby. So let's see. We got a trigger wave about to print on a 3-minute. Let's see if we can't break through. Yeah, shout out to Chip Chocolate. He says, invest on yourselves, guys, and seek knowledge. Don't be ignorant. Get courses, read books. You'll see how your life will improve. More importantly, be a master of your own mind. Yeah, that's totally true. Yeah, it is a journey, and there's a lot of ways to get there when it comes to learning. A lot of free resources out there, but as Chip Chocolate says, the psychology is what's really most important about trading. You know? Yeah, I'm fertile. I'm a little bit too fertile, all right? I'm too fertile, all right? It's hard to not have kids. It's hard not to have kids, you know? How about a market cipher giveaway? I can't do that. Only CryptoFace can do that. Yeah, you can't stop what's coming. Says strategy means nothing without proper mindset. Yes, I mean, look. Yeah, the most important thing about trading is having the patience and the discipline to stick to what you've planned to do. That includes planning to take losses and planning to take wins. Yeah, so this so far is a week. This rejection here from POC is not looking good on Bitcoin. It's not. All right. It's not. Here we go. Support resistance flip. All right. I'm going to take a little bit more profit out, guys. Right here, because this is a Friday. All right. So I've just taken a little bit more profits out of this guy. It's a Friday. I don't want to close the week. And I'm just going to let the rest of this thing ride, to be honest with you. I'm going to let the rest of this thing ride. But we came up to local resistance. I don't want to take a loss. All right. And I've got about, yeah, 100,000 here, 150,000 here. So we're still in a $250,000 long position in total. That's kind of what I like to always be in. I like to be in about a $250,000 position if I'm going to be in a position at least. So we'll see what happens here. Maybe later on we can add, but this was resistance. We've taken the highs, so now we honestly might take the lows. All right, so we need to be prepared to take the lows, and if we do, we need to be prepared for potentially getting a bounce from this area or getting a bounce from this area. All right, but like I said at the beginning of the stream, losing 67K, guys, especially a daily close below 67K is a very weak move, a very weak look for Bitcoin. All right, it's a very weak look for Bitcoin, you know? Shout out to Andrea. What about Doge? We just took a look at Doge. Go back in the stream. I even gave a potential setup for it. Weak pump and strong dump. It could be that, man. It could be that. It absolutely could be that. So this is definitely a place to take profits on a long and or short. Not financial advice. All right. It's G. I want to know if Christians can be demon possessed. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. LOL. could range through the weekend. Yeah. So look, we need to be prepared for ranges. We need to be prepared for a lot of things. Right now, if we take another dump here, I'm looking at this area as a zone of liquidity grab, and this area as a zone of liquidity grab, and this area is a support resistance flip. So I'm going to be looking at the chart at these zones for bullish confirmations. But what I would prefer the most, guys, is something like this. All right, the reason why this is my preferred scenario is because this still allows us to find support at support. Remember, let's go back to the high time frames here. Let's go back to the higher term time frames here. This area is an area, right? The POC of this macro range. This is a macro level, right? It's a macro level, which means it's kind of a zone. So we know that this right here is a zone. This isn't an exact level. This is a zone. And what's happening as we come down to the zone? We are right now forming a local range, the highs and the lows. So this right now is holding support. Ranging here is holding support, which means because we've literally just taken the highs of the range, if we come down to take the lows of the range, it could still be bullish, right? Doing this is still holding support on the POC. If we zoom out and we see in hindsight, okay, we came down here, we started to range, and then we got a nice little liquidity grab of the lows and then pump, this is still holding support at the POC. What's not holding support is something like this, right? Come down, back test, right? So I'm still open to look for longs here because I know if we start to see bullish divergences here like this on the 4 hour and we come down and take the liquidity, it's pretty likely that we pump back up. And in hindsight, we say, yeah, we hold the support, right? So I'm open to still looking for longs at these lower levels here. Let's see what happens here with the Bitcoin. Man, is this music way loud? Is this music way louder than usual? Hang on. This music sounds so loud. It's too loud for me. Alright, let's get back to this. Yeah, okay. This has been my jam lately. This has been my jam lately. Let's check out the order book. Oof. Oof. Look, all I can say here is oof. Open interest tipping off like a crazy lady. Janet Yellen running through the wilderness. Laundry basket on the head. Bearish divergence on the face. Toned six-pack. Triple chin. Spear. All right, we got a super chat in the house. Shout out to our super chat. Let's see. Can we get a TEL chart update? Yeah, we can take a look at TEL. TEL. Yeah, we could look at TEL. Alright. Did we hit VWAP? Shout out to Yirmiyahu H. He says, in my opinion, regrets are worse than death. Practice gratefulness every day, and remember, you can die any time of a brain tumor, so just 100x that poo coin. That's funny, man. That's funny. Hi, Jason, I am on a high sugar, high processed carbs diet. Shout out to Joey. I hope that works well for you, man. That doesn't usually work well for me. But I like a high carb diet and even a high sugar diet, but I like a whole foods diet. Okay, so look at this, man. Telcoin. We have gotten the breakout and the retest of this level. I don't remember the last time we looked at Telcoin. Was it before or after the retest? It's hard to say, but it looks good to me. Having gotten the retest, you know, I mean, what can we say? If we're looking at the price action, we got a retest of a chart that gives me a setup. I mean, Now, personally, I don't know what TEL is. I don't have TEL. I don't own TEL. I don't plan to buy TEL. But objectively speaking, based on TA, this is a legitimate idea here. But if we're going to come lower, then I would say a buy zone for me would have to be, yeah, I mean, really, this is a really nice buy zone. It's the golden pocket, it's the support resistance flip, it's the value area high, it's the 786. If you're really bullish on TEL, this is the place to be looking. And honestly, even if we take it to the low, this is the place to be looking for that retest. But yeah, honestly, based all things considered, it looks pretty nice. We made this really nice low here with very bullish daily divergences. Money flow getting much higher as we made that low. Let's check out our weekly. Weekly money flow looks like she wants to curve into the green soon, which historically speaking is very bullish. So it looks good to me. That's all I can say. I don't know anything about it, but the chart looks much more bullish to me than it does bearish. All right, shout out to Michael Harris. I hope you're right. Hope you're right. How long have I been trading? I've been trading since 2018. Been trading since 2018, if you know what I mean. Did I sell my MAGA on MEXC? I still hold some of it, but I did also sell some of it because it pumped like crazy. Alright, Siggy's wife said to go all in on NPC coin, and as a result, he became an NPC. Alright. Shout out to Surface9. He's been aping into Apex with the code. That's awesome, Surface9. I gotta hit you up, bro. I gotta hit you up, man. I gotta hit you up. Alright, shout out to Chip Chocolate. He says, I highly recommend everyone to read Mind Over Markets by James Dalton. Best trading book out there ever. Think to Grow Rich for Self-Growth. These two books will make you a very profitable trader. Alright, huge shout out to our super chats in the house. First of all, a major shout out to Turbo Daddy. What's up, man? Check out Turbo. When to add. Keep up the good work, Billy. Alright, we'll check it out. We'll check out Turbo. And a huge shout out to Villasenor, who says, thoughts on Pyth? Could you do a quick TA? Yes. Yes, we will do TA on Turbo and Pyth. Wow. Alright, so I'm looking at the Turbo chart here. Alright, so Turbo. This is a very bullish looking weekly chart here, man. But this is a very overextended candle. So just based on this weekly, I would say like coming back down to retest the previous highs is a really nice level based on the weekly. Right? Take it off log for a second here. I don't know if we would do that. That's a pretty significant move down, but man, Golden Pocket 786 zone looks super juicy to me. I don't know if we're gonna do that, but that's a 50% dump. I don't know if we're gonna do that, but if we do, what a great opportunity. What a great opportunity. Yeah, what a great opportunity. Let's go to a lower time frame. So, depending on how degen you want to be, like, I would say for me, that 50% dump is really, really nice. But, obviously, this is our local area of support, which means if we get a move down into here, we could find support here. A really juicy move would just be to dip down below. But, yeah, I don't know. I suck at degenning into altcoins that are pumping like crazy. I suck at that. I'm not good at doing that. So The trend is not my friend. The trend is not my friend, because when I get into the trend, it's the end of the trend. When I trade an altcoin with the trend, it's the end of the trend, right? So, yeah, wow. Let's see how much of a move we've already had down. We've already come down 28%. I mean, we're talking like, well, I mean, look. If we come back down to this zone to retest the high that we made over here when we first listed and the high we made before the big breakout, that is an amazing buy zone. Can't go wrong. I mean, you could go wrong, but it's an amazing looking buy zone based on the chart. All right, shout out to Villa Senor. Let's take a look at Pyth. Wow, Pyth, looking good. I mean, look, if you're bullish on Pyth and you want to hold it on spot, I'd say I would buy some Pyth right now. All right, because we have come back down to, I mean, we had a massive move to the upside. From where we're at right now, we had a 184% move to the upside, and we've had a 70% retrace. So if this is going to perform well in the bull market, we've already come down 70%, and we're at POC, which basically means this is a major support, number one. Major support number two is obviously going to be in this box. So for me, if I was looking to stock up on this thing, I would start now, and if we dip into the box, I would DCA, right? That's how I would look at this. It's been beat down. It's been beat down, and people are bullish on Pyth long term. I don't know anything about Pyth. I don't know Pyth. I don't even know how to say it. I don't know anything about it, but people are bullish on this for the rest of the bull market, which I do believe we are in. And honestly, that's about the extent of my research that I use for bull markets. Are people bullish on it? If they are, I buy it. Why? Self-fulfilling prophecies. People are bullish on coins. Influencers are bullish on coins. The coins pump. And and then you just make sure to sell when the market cycles are over. You know, I've done that literally now for 2 market cycles in a row. I bought coins, and they pumped, and I sold, and I didn't know anything about them. But if that's not you, then, you know, go to another channel that talks about fundamentals. I don't know anything about fundamentals. I don't care about fundamentals. I only trade the chart. All right. Shout out to Gazgano. Shout out to Gamer Safetain. What time frame do I use on Exo charts? I mostly use the 5 and the 15 minute, and I also use TR charts. Do I think Bitcoin looks bearish because the dominance is going to start dropping and we're going to get a mini alt season? We could, especially if we just stay in this old range. You know, the chickens are great. Crispy 209. Chickens are great. How's our Bitcoin trade doing? All right. She's kind of hanging in there. Let's remove our drawings. Oops. Actually, yeah, we'll remove the fib. We'll keep our box. This white box is important. Shout out to Kalechi. Technical with fundamentals is incomplete. What? Technical with fundamentals is incomplete, or you mean without fundamentals? Yeah, I could see that technicals without fundamentals could be incomplete. But it's just too much noise for me. I don't care about fundamentals. What do I think about Trader Geo being the self-proclaimed Doge King? If he's proclaimed it, hey, I don't know. I don't know. What does he mean by that? What does he mean by that? The chat is chill today. It's a chill Friday. It's a chill day. You know? Shout out to FitGenius618. I do not have a TikTok because I keep getting banned from TikTok. They hate cryptocurrency. They hate cryptocurrency for some reason. Don't know why. Am I traded with a funded account or my own money? I have never traded a funded account. I've only ever traded my own capital. I'm gonna start maybe in the fall doing some funded accounts, right? Especially now that we partner with Apex. But you know, I got into trading originally to trade my own capital. And then when I found out that I could trade crypto, it was a no-brainer because I had lots of crypto. I bought Bitcoin in 2016. I put like $45,000 into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $600. And so I've always had a lot of capital to trade with when it comes to crypto. And so that's just always what I've done. And I didn't even think about traditional markets from the time I started trading on ByBit until, which was like around 2018. Until recently, because crypto was where it was at. There was no barrier to entry. You don't have to open up a bank account. There's no stupid like rules about how many trades you can take a day if you don't have a certain amount of money and all this, you know. Shout out to Mr. Sid Vicious. Shout out to French Toaster. Any guess on how long this bull market will last? Yeah, I've got some guesses. I've got some guesses on how long the bull market will last. All right, let's check out. Let's check it out. All right. So historically speaking, from the halving to the top. All right, let's zoom out here. From the halving to the top, we have ourselves about 350 days, right? 350 days back then. This was about 490 days. Right here from the halving to the top, we got ourselves about 350 days, 400 give or take. It depends on where you calculate the top itself being in, right? It's like a little zone. So based on that, go from the halving, about 400 days. That puts us in the spring of 2025. So I would say between the beginning, between February and May 2025, this is where I expect the top of the bull market to be in, right around here. And I would expect that the Bitcoin price probably hits around between, let's say like 111,000, between 80 and 120, right? Between 80 and 120, right? We'll probably end up coming up here, and then we'll come back down maybe to like 30K, and who knows? The gains are going to get less and less as time goes, I think. But that's my own personal view on it, you know? Shout out to Clay Fawny. God bless you, Clay. If I feel I've sniped the bottom, do you put a stop loss to break even? I've been wounded trying to catch a falling knife. So if I feel that I've caught the exact bottom, I typically will put the stop loss under the low after a TP1. What do you mean? Like right before I take profit, do I put the stop loss? If I feel that I've really sniped the exact bottom, then yes, right? If I'm taking a scalp and let's say I'm looking to scalp like an exact level, this is like a 618 or something that I'm looking to scalp, and I long it like right from here, then yeah, I'll immediately put the stop under here for a scalp trade in case we get a tiny little bounce and then dump, right? But if it's a larger time frame idea, I don't like to do that. Like, even with this trade here, like, I want to monitor what happens in the moment, because we could simply just come back down, take the low of this, and then pump back up, right? So I don't want to put my stop loss right here and then just get stopped out and then reverse, right? I want to kind of watch, weigh what happens here, give it a little bit of breathing room. Of course, always putting a stop loss to ensure that I'm not going to lose more than I want, right? Chip Chocolate says to start with a funded account. That's actually a really good idea, to start with a funded account. If I had known that it was a thing to do, I would have done that. I didn't even know about these things when I started trading. I lost way too much money trading before I actually learned how to trade. And if I had a funded account where I could pay a fee to get money to trade with, and someone was holding me accountable, so I had to pass the tests in order to actually become a funded trader, it would have helped me a lot. All right, we got a super chat in here. All right, shout out to Singularity XX. Can you look at Uma? Yeah, we can look at Uma. Uma. I need to shave, man. I haven't shaved in like, I don't know, but it's not comfortable. It's itching me. And look, I can't grow a beard. People say, Jason, you should grow a beard, but look, I can't. I grow nothing here and nothing here. All right, it's just, I look like a 12-year-old Amish kid when I grow out my beard. All right, no hate to the Amish. You know, I wish I was Amish. I envy their life skills, but I can talk about them here because I know they're not watching, because they don't have computers. That's why they have no depression and no cancer and no drug problems and no alcohol problems and no divorce problems, and at least that we know of. We can't really know because they're so secluded. But I do envy their lifestyle. I wish I was just born into a community that knew how to just live off the land and be happy with a simple life. But I don't. I don't know how to do that, all right? So I shaved my 12-year-old Amish beard off, all right? Let's take a look at Uma. So we've obviously got a level up here. This zone, I'd say, is local resistance. Let's go ahead and pull our fib. Yeah. Okay, so here's how I would look at Uma right now. I would want to see on this thing a local sign of strength. I want to see us reclaim these highs. And once we do, that is a change of market structure. Hang on, this is the 1 hour? I'm sorry, guys. I thought we were on the weekly. I thought we were on a really high time frame. We're on a really low time frame right now. Okay, this changes everything. Hang on. Forget this. Forget this. All right, let's start on the weekly. My bad, y'all. I literally thought we were on like the daily or the weekly. Okay, so we have changed market structure on Uma. All right, we've changed market structure. And after that, we came back down for a retest into the golden pocket 786. Very nice, very nice. Bullish divergences on the weekly. Very, very, very nice bottom. Nice retest. That being said, let's pull the volume. All right, we're below value area high. So now we can go back down to the 4 hour. We've got a nice bullish divergence that's just confirmed on the 4 hour here. It looks bullish to me. I would have liked to have a... Yeah, wow, it looks really nice actually. Look at this. So we came down to retest this support resistance flip, bullish div on the 4 hour. It does look really nice to me, to be honest with you. The only way I would see to get into a trade now after a big move like this, I'm talking like a leverage trade, would be to do something like this. So we have like the inverted kind of head and shoulders thing going on here. But it does look really bullish to me. It does look pretty nice to me. All right, Bitcoin is, let's see, coming up into local resistance. Let's see how she's looking here. Wow, lots of shorts opening up now. People are shorting the golden pocket. We might actually see some shorts get squid. We might see Bitcoin get a move up here. Let's wait and see how she rolls. Let's wait and see how she rolls. All right. What do I think about Casper coin? I don't really know. All right. Let's see here. 9 breaker. Jason's already too much of a Chad. A beard would be an overload. LOL. Thank you so much, 9 breaker, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. How do you get a funded account? Well, the official way that Jason Casper does it is Apex. All right, Apex. You can sign up with the link in the pinned comment or the description. Use the code J, and you can get a discount. But there's other platforms to do it on as well. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. May God bless you all in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious. May the Lord bless you and protect you and shine light upon you and have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. And I will see everybody next week. Peace, y'all.